So it's been almost exactly a year since I quit my job to start my coaching business. So if you're thinking of starting a business, or if it's just a pipe dream and you're just curious, then definitely stick around for 3 real-time learnings of what it's like to quit your job and start a business. So I'm gonna jump straight into the video, and first tip is to make sure you have enough money coming in each week and each month. So we all gotta eat, we all gotta eat. And by the way, when you start a business, there's gonna be even more expenses than you already have on top of just like paying for rent, paying for bills, paying for food. Now you're gonna have to have, the startup costs of the business and all the recurring subscriptions that you have. And so making sure you have money coming in each month to allow you to live properly is really important. And it's part of the reason why starting a business while you're young can be a really good idea, because you don't have the same responsibilities. You don't have that same level of financial responsibility to take care of each week and each month. So knowing your expenses and possibly even reducing them so that you can fund the lifestyle that you want to have while you're starting your business is really important. So when I quit my job, I wasn't actually expecting to start a business, but I'd always wanted to, and the whole COVID thing happened. So it was the perfect time, and I thought, I'm just gonna start a business. And at that point, I was gonna be going overseas to go work. And I had I had at least 6 or 12 months saved up where I could support myself, particularly because when COVID hit, I ended up moving back home for a little bit as well. So I didn't really have many expenses for a bit. And so I went about creating my business, not worrying too much about commercializing things and just focusing on the business. But eventually when I did move out, you see the bills pile up, and when you see your money going backwards, it changes how you start to think about executing in your business. It changes how you think about product development. Instead of thinking about what is the best thing I can create that my customer needs and wants to buy from me, you start thinking about how can I get money from them to support me building my business, because you are going back financially, and so you need to support yourself. But when you have money coming in each month while you're building up your business, you're not stressed about creating that financial independence so quickly, and you can create products from a place of wanting to create really good products and making good business decisions instead of making stress decisions or decisions out of lack, and instead coming from abundance, coming from wanting to create a fantastic product. There's actually a book that talks about this called The Millionaire Master Plan. And it talks about a lighthouse where each light on the spectrum of light represents a place in your wealth journey. And right at the top, you've got ultraviolet, where, things are pumping. You're like on the board of 6 different businesses and you're killing it. You could not have more money. And right down the bottom below red is infrared. And in infrared, you're actually going backwards financially each week and each month. Infrared as a color is something that the human eye cannot even see. So when you're in that space, you're like right down the bottom. And the number 1 priority, it says, when you're in infrared is to get to red. Isn't to build the big launch that's gonna make you all the money and to try and do it all yourself and you're just gonna work your way out of it. The first thing you need to do is just get enough money coming in that you're in red, which in red, you're at least paying your bills each week and each month. And so if you're thinking of starting a business, you're thinking of just leaning on your savings and building on the way down, I'm not gonna say that it's not possible, but I'm gonna say that it is stressful doing that, and that can really affect how you go about creating your business. And so maybe it's going from full-time to part-time. Maybe it's you've got a casual job on the side, or you're freelancing, or whatever it is. But having money coming in so you can at least pay for yourself is going to make your journey a lot easier. So my second learning on quitting my job to start a business is that you're gonna work a lot more hours. You might be thinking that you can just quit your job and you can just move to some beach, the 4-hour work week, Tim Ferriss. But that image of a job where you're relaxing, you're just doing a little bit of upkeep each week and you're just doing the 4-hour work week life, that image takes a lot of time to get to. That vision takes a lot of work to set up the systems to create a business that your clients love, that your products are just flying off the shelf so much that you don't even have to worry about it, and you got all these passive income streams. And the way to that is often, created through a lot of hard work and spending, more than 40 hours a week working. It's not uncommon that I'll be working after dinner, before breakfast, through lunch. The amount of hours that I am working now in comparison to when I had a job is way more. And we've all had those days where the day just goes past and you're like, what did I even achieve today? Like, literally, I did nothing. I used to do that in my old jobs all the time. You're just like, where did the day go? And when you did that at a job where you were getting paid for your time, you still got paid. You were on a salary. So it didn't really matter, you just had to do the stuff eventually, but it didn't matter too much. When you're working for yourself, and particularly at the start when you're probably not getting paid very much, when you spend a whole day and you're like, what did I achieve today? That sucks. You've got nothing to show for that. And if that happens days on end or weeks on end, that can be really defeating as well. And you're the one that's just gonna have to pick up that slack and do that work eventually. And this can be a strain on your relationships as well. Not everyone's gonna be able to understand that you have to work on Saturdays and Sundays and at night sometimes. And sometimes people are gonna wanna hang out or go to festivals or music concerts or dinner or whatever it is. And you're not gonna be able to go because you have to work on your business. And that can be hard. And hopefully you're in a business that you love so much that you're willing to sacrifice that. But that can be hard and put a strain on some of your relationships as well. And my final learning, number 3, is to not do it alone. So when you're working for yourself, when you're starting a business, you are every role in the company. You are the CEO, you are the janitor, you are the product developer, the marketer, and you're also HR for when you inevitably have a breakdown. And so having people around you that can help you and support you in that is really important. And when you're trying to do it all by yourself, it can be really hard. So whether that be a mentor or a mastermind or a coach or just a friend that is willing to listen to you and to try to understand what you're going through and just make you feel like you're not crazy and overly stressed all the time, can be really, really valuable and invaluable, because it can be a stressful journey. It can be filled with lots of ups and downs, and there's probably going to be more downs before there's ups. So having support through that, just from like a mental health perspective and keeping you on path and accountable to what you're doing, can be really, really, really valuable. And as well as that, not just supporting you emotionally and with your vision, outsourcing as well can be really valuable. So each of us has, a genius, things that we're great at. I'm great at some things, I'm fantastic at some things, but I also suck at some things. And right now, a lot of those things I end up doing by myself because, I can't pay at the moment to outsource some of these things. But as soon as I start to make a little bit more money, the first thing that I should be doing is outsourcing, because there's some things that take me 3 hours and I don't like them and I'm not great at them, that someone else could do in half an hour. I could pay them $20 to do it, and everyone would be happier, and I would be able to spend more time in my gifts instead of doing the things that I don't resonate with. And so this is where having a part-time or a full-time job can come in to really supporting you and to be able to build a great business and not feel like you need to do everything yourself. And so that's it for my 3 learnings. And I want to say finally that I love my business. I love working in it every single day. I love supporting people to, find their gifts, their purpose, their vision, and supporting them on that journey. I just find it so amazing, and I love the work I do here. I feel like I've been, a little bit negative because these have been some of my learnings just about like what my vision was of what it would be like and what the actual execution of it is like. But if you're thinking of starting a business, don't let this deter you. You know, be smart about how you do it. Maybe you keep that job and start it as a side project and have people around you that can support you so you're not getting defeated when you do hit those inevitable challenging times. But if you have a vision, you have a goal, you want to do this, definitely go and follow your dreams. And so that's all for now, guys. If you've enjoyed this, please hit that like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me get these videos out to more people, and I really love making these videos for you. So if you have enjoyed it as well and you are thinking about starting a business one day, then go check out my last video, which was on strengths, so that when you do start that business, you are in your genius, you are just pumping and killing it. And until next time, I'll see you later.